Before leaving the cockpit, the captain secretly adjusted the heading by 3 degrees, because this airliner was being hijacked by terrorists. It wasn't until ground control noticed the aircraft had veered off course that they realized something was wrong on the plane. However, a veteran among the passengers accidentally discovered that the hijackers' guns were loaded with blank rounds, because when passengers were struggling with the hijackers earlier, a bullet accidentally went off. But not a single passenger on the plane was injured, and there weren't even any bullet holes left behind, and the cabin pressure hadn't changed either. This suggested that the guns were likely loaded with blank rounds. These bullets only make noise but cause no actual harm. If they could unite everyone in resistance, they could use their numerical advantage to overpower the 5 hijackers. But this theory was opposed by Sam. Just to be safe, he suggested having people in the cabin look for the bullet that was fired. If passengers in that area couldn't find it, only then could they be certain they were blank rounds. With that, the chubby guy pressed the button to call over a hijacker. He called over the female hijacker, pretending to be airsick and wanting to go to the bathroom to throw up. But the female hijacker was extremely cautious. He wasn't allowed to flush the toilet and had to let her see the vomit in the toilet. After entering the bathroom, he immediately wrote a message on paper with a pen. When the hijacker wasn't paying attention, he then threw the paper ball into the cabin, hoping passengers in economy class would help search for the bullet. A woman curiously opened the paper ball. After reading the message, she got down on the ground and started searching. Just as she was checking the last row, she was suddenly spotted by a hijacker. The woman was very panicked and lied that she was looking for her glasses. The hijacker found the glasses on the ground and returned them to her. After returning to her seat, she immediately turned on the overhead reading light, signaling to the man. This filled the man with confidence about ending this disaster. But Sam told him that maybe the bullet wasn't found. Without sufficient evidence, acting rashly could get innocent passengers killed. At this point, a flight attendant overheard their conversation and secretly came over to Sam, telling him that not long ago, a girl had found a bullet in the bathroom. If they could find out what the bullet the girl saw looked like, they could determine whether the hijackers' guns had blank rounds. So the veteran drew 2 bullets on paper, wanting to give the note to the girl so she could identify and confirm. But there were hijackers patrolling all around. They didn't allow passengers to move around or talk. The flight attendant suddenly thought of a way. She asked the hijackers to serve lunch to the passengers. She explained that under these circumstances, if passengers remained hungry for a long time, a riot could very well break out. Finally, the hijackers agreed to give each person a bottle of water. And during the water distribution process, the drawings of the 2 types of bullets were successfully given to the girl. The girl opened the drawings and thought for a moment, finally confirming that the hijackers' guns were indeed loaded with blanks. Just as they were preparing to take action, they targeted one of the older hijackers first. Suddenly, a passenger expressed dissatisfaction with the hijackers not providing food and actually got into a physical fight with a hijacker. Given the weapons in the hijackers' hands, no one dared to help. Only Sam thought this was the perfect opportunity, but the man was now too scared to move, so now Sam was the only one who could be a hero. Sam had already snuck into economy class. He went around the 2 people fighting and reached the most vulnerable position.